What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So, in this video, we are reacting to the movie we saw yesterday in the Champions League, man. PSG 5, Bayern Munich 4. Like, this is why we love the game. This is why we love the sport, right? I mean, this is the kind of football that fans are asking for, whether it's in the Premier League, La Liga, or whatever. This is the football that we are looking for in terms of the intensity, in terms of the quality, and in terms of the players on the pitch that can actually dictate how the game is going to go. This game was absolutely sensational to watch. And when you have two top teams going against each other that are all about attack, 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 you're going to get score lines like this and you're going to get entertainment for a full 95 minutes, right? The game starts off very good. Harry Kane converts a penalty. Now, it a penalty? You can make the debate on if it was soft or not. I didn't think it was a penalty, but you know, I'm not the referee. I'm not in the VAR booth, so I'm not going to be able to make that call. But in my opinion, I don't think that was really a penalty. I just think it was more or less the player got the ball, and unfortunately, he went through the player in the box. And the laws of the game state, even if you make contact with the ball, you go through the player, it's going to be a penalty. In my opinion, I think it was soft, but you don't want to concede penalties to Bayern Munich because Harry Kane is guaranteed to score that every single time. Then 7 minutes later, in my opinion, the best left winger in the world right now, Kavicha Kvaratskhelia, and I know I butcher his name a lot. It's a very difficult name to say, but he scored twice. And in my opinion, he is the best left winger in the world right now. He is absolutely sensational to watch. He is such a maverick of a player. He's such a force on the pitch that he can change the game just like that. And that's what he did. He scored in the 24th and the 56th minute. Michael Olise then equalizes to have it be 2-2. And just before halftime, Ousmane Dembele scores and PSG are up 3-2. And you're thinking this is the first 45 minutes of this Champions League tie. We have an absolute movie that we are going to see in the second leg. In the second, or actually, I think they were up 4-2 at that point. Yeah, they were up 4-2. Ousmane Dembele in the second half then converts a penalty. Now, he had a few chances in the first half that if he puts those away, I think this tie in this leg, in this entire semifinal is over with. Dembele had multiple chances. Due had chances, right? Kvaratskhelia even had chances in the first half where if he puts those away, PSG could have scored 6 or 7 in the first half. And even for Bayern Munich, I think that would have been too much. But the second half was insane, right? Once PSG go up 5-2, I'm thinking, damn, this tie is over because even for Bayern Munich, to go back to Munich and try to score 3 goals, possibly 4 to move on to the final would be even to be too much for them. But they fight back. Upamecano, then he gets now. Did he even get contact on the ball? I mean, I think that's Kimmich's goal, to be honest with you. But he's going to go down as getting that goal to bring it back 4-3. And the fourth goal that Bayern Munich scored, in my opinion, is the goal of the night. Harry Kane plays a beautiful ball over the top, and this is what wingers need to be doing. If you have a center forward that drops in and is able to see runners go beyond that back line, he's going to find that pass, and that's what he did. He found the pass to Diaz, takes a beautiful first touch inside, takes a nice second touch, fakes the shot on the third, and then he puts it away to make it 5-4. Now, it went to VAR. Was he offside? No, he was clearly onside. He timed his run perfectly, and this is what VAR is supposed to be used for, is to look at how close it was to being offside. He was probably about a half inch onside. But from the naked eye, he looked like he was onside initially. And he puts it away. Now it's 5-4. Going into this second leg in Munich is going to be absolute bedlam. I think there's going to be a shit ton of goals scored in this. And this may be the highest scoring tie in Champions League history. There's already been 9 goals in the first leg. Who's to say that there won't be 9 more goals in the second leg, but in the other direction? Bayern Munich can win this game 5-4 next week, and then it goes to penalties. My thing is, I think PSG fumbled it. I think PSG is in a world of trouble now. Even though they scored 5 goals in the first leg, I think they're in a world of trouble going back to Munich because even if you're up 5-3, Bayern Munich still have to score 3 goals to advance. Now all they need is 2. And in my opinion, I think Bayern Munich are going to beat PSG next week, next Wednesday. But this is why we love the game. Quality players showing up. The fans on both sides were absolutely up for it. The Parc des Princes was rocking. Bayern Munich fans were out there in full throat doing what they do. They were absolutely sensational yesterday. The PSG fans were absolutely sensational yesterday. Vincent Company wasn't on the touchline. Now, if he was on the touchline, I don't think this 5-4 scoreline happens, but he's going to be there for the return leg. And this is where I think PSG seriously fumbled it. To allow them to score 2 goals in 3 minutes like that after being up 5-2, what that tells me is that PSG is frail defensively. They will concede goals against the better teams. And still to this day, Luis Enrique said after the game when asked a question, sorry, which team is the most difficult team to play against that you've ever played? Is it this Bayern Munich side or is it another team? He said it was Enzo Maresca's Chelsea. Which again just reiterates my point more and more and more that he should have not been sacked, and we play good against the big teams. Now we have no idea how we play against like the big teams. If anything, we get absolutely reamed by them. But hopefully the new manager that comes in can actually turn that around. But this PSG and Bayern Munich tie, bro, in my opinion, may go down as the greatest semifinal of all time. 9 goals in the first leg, 9 goals. Yeah, this is already going down as one of the greatest semifinals of all time. So I can't wait for the return like next Wednesday. I can't wait to see what quality we see on the pitch. And if Harry Kane can continue to solidify his case as being the winner of the Ballon d'Or this season. So we'll see what happens. I mean, honestly, it's going to be a really interesting tie. It's going to be a really interesting game. To pivot from that game, that was an absolute movie, to now we're going to probably see the dark arts of football in this game. Atletico Madrid hosts Arsenal today, and this is probably one of the biggest games in the history of Arsenal Football Club. They have to go to Madrid and get a result. Now, do I think that they're going to do it? No. I think Atletico Madrid win today, and I think they also win in the return leg in London. I'm not saying this because I'm a Chelsea fan. I just haven't seen Mikel Arteta prove that he can win the big games. You know, you had a chance to win silverware against Man City. You lose to Man City. You're more than likely now going to fumble the league to Man City because you guys continuously drop points in the month of April and you allowed them to come back in. And then you lose to Man City at the Etihad. Atletico Madrid lost to Arsenal 4-0 in the league phase of this season's Champions League, but I think it's a different point in the season. And Atletico Madrid don't have anything else to fight for but the Champions League. They're safeguarded in the top 4 in Spain. But in terms of them trying to win a European trophy of this caliber, I think Atletico Madrid is on a mission. Diego Simeone is on a mission. And if I'm picking a manager on who I trust in this tie, it's Simeone. Arteta has not proved to anybody that he can go away from home in a Champions League tie or away from home in any league, really, and get the job done. But if I can play on the side of Arsenal, which I really don't like to do, they have the team to go out there and go beat Atleti, bro. They really, really do. But are they going to show up? Are they going to just rely on set pieces to get these goals? Are they going to rely on tactical fouls to slow the game down? Atletico Madrid will, because that's their style. That's how they've been playing under Diego Simeone for the better part now of close to 15 years. So, do I think that this game is going to be a high-scoring game? No. I think Atletico Madrid win this game 2-1. and then they go to the Emirates. And in my opinion, I think Atletico Madrid can win that game, or even just get a draw in that game, like a 1-1 draw, and then move on to the Champions League final. That's what I think is going to happen. I think Atletico Madrid win today 2-1, and then they go to the Emirates and they draw 1-1 at the Emirates, and they move on to the Champions League final. And in my opinion, it's going to be Atletico Madrid versus Bayern Munich in the Champions League final. But how can we go from watching exquisite football to now watching the dark arts? It's insane. And speaking of exquisite, as a Chelsea fan, we have to now, after the game we just watched yesterday, we have to go watch Garnacho and Pedro Neto on the wings. Like this is how bad our winger position is. And it's like it makes me wonder if we had just paid the if we just paid the money to Michael Olise, he would be there right now. He would be with us right now. It's crazy, man. It really is crazy. But this season's Champions League semifinals, at least on one side, is exciting. On the other side, we don't know until we watch the game later. But in today's result, I have Atletico Madrid beating Arsenal 2-1 in the return leg back in London. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. And I think they move on 3-2 on aggregate to play Bayern Munich in the Champions League final. But let me know in the comments, guys, how you guys feel about yesterday's game, today's game, and who you guys have in the Champions League final. Do you guys have the combination of Bayern Munich versus Atletico Madrid like me? Do you guys have the combination of PSG versus Arsenal? Who do you guys have getting to the Champions League final? Let me know in the comments. Drop a like, sub if you got this far in the video. I really appreciate it. And with that being said, I'm Jason, No Filter Chels. Smash that like button, comment, sub. I'm on the road to 2,000 subs. Every single like and sub will be greatly appreciated. I upload every single day. I upload shorts. I usually stream every single day. Haven't been able to stream the past couple days, but tomorrow I should be able to get on stream and just react to this dark arts that we're going to see later on. So yeah, I'm Jason, No Filter Chels. Drop the comments, drop a like, smash that sub button. And yeah, I'm out of here, guys. Peace out.